You've got to love Nuno Bettencourt. What an amazing guitar player. I have always loved his style, his character, the music that he creates as well. And you know, I do wish when I was younger that I had focused a little bit more on his playing. I kind of went down a specific route, but you know, now hindsight, I wish I'd spent more time learning his stuff, but there's always now. And he's such an inspiration now. I still learn like extreme songs and solos and stuff like that and pick up tips and things like that. I'm not trying to become a duplicate Nuno. There is only one Nuno. There can only ever be one Nuno. But you know, we can be inspired by what he plays and the music he writes, right? And one of the inspirations for me was this guitar, the Washburn N4. Now it feels like I don't give this guitar enough of a shout out, so today I'm doing a full video on this again. I remember when these came out, and I was actually building my first guitar when the N4 came out. I think it was like 1989 or something like that, 1990. And I saw one in a guitar store with, you know, the Stevens cutaway and all of that, and it was just incredible, you know. And I'm going to tell you the history between me and this guitar in specific in a second. But I was always taken with the guitar. Saw it in the guitar magazines, obviously on the videos as well, Get the Funk Out and all of those videos that Extreme had put out. And it was just such a cool looking guitar. And I always wanted one. And in 2020, I was kind of browsing around on eBay and I saw a body and neck. And I managed to snap them up for £400. Yep, 400 imperial credits. In US money, that would be about $500 odd. Yeah, for body and neck. The body was stripped down. The neck was, it didn't have any hardware on there. Just had the tuners, which were chrome tuners. I have them somewhere in the house, but I wanted all black hardware, so I changed them. But I snapped it up, and I'm so glad I did, because these are expensive guitars. You know, you end up spending like a good part of like 3 or 4 grand on like an N4 if you can find a good one, and they are out there. But you know, I always love to kind of buy them like this, because then I can personalize them. Now I have a guitar company, it's called Spirit Dance Guitars, and last week I posted the video where I built this guitar on that channel. It is somewhere on this channel as well, but if you want to check it out on the Spirit Dance channel, I'll leave a link somewhere up here so you can go and check it out. And while you're there, please do subscribe to the channel, because I'm building up a following there, and your subscription would be so much appreciated. Anyways, back to the guitar. Stripped down. The body needed a little bit of work. It was a little bit grubby, you know, it had been sanded down, but there was still a little bit of this and that and some dings and stuff like that. So I came up with a plan. And in my own way, you know, I wanted to incorporate the elements which created or makes up Spirit Dance Guitars, which was kind of routing, which was the burning, the crystals, and also just, you know, dressing the guitar in a specific way. So the front is, the back is as well. There is stuff on the back which, yeah, it says Get the Funk Out up here. Which is actually probably my favorite Extreme song. Anyways, there was all of that, and I came up with the plan, and basically then I executed it, built it as I wanted it. Biggest part of it was actually carving the Nuno symbol into the body, and I can't even remember how I came up with that. It was kind of just one of those things where I was like, all right, what should I do with the body? I was like, well, I do carve guitars and I do this stuff on various guitars, and I think I had just done one where I had carved an entire guitar body or something like that. And so I was thinking, well, just carve the symbol into the body. Excellent. So that's what happened, essentially. That's how I basically ended up doing it. And this guitar actually, when I finished it initially, it didn't have the N4 on there. This actually came a little bit later. And how that came about was, after I posted the video of this, I was contacted by a guy called Raphael over in the south of France, and he wanted one built. And I actually built one for him as well. I'll post pictures right here so you can check that out. That was a spectacular one, because when I actually sanded the body down from the Paduke finish, there was this incredible ash grain under it. And when I put the blowtorch on it, it just came out spectacular. I hanker after one of those bodies, to be honest. So if another one comes up, or if any of you guys like have an ash body and neck like hanging around, you know, just stripped down or something, then get in touch, please, because I'd like to build another one, to be perfectly honest. But anyways, this one basically was the template for that second one as well. And the N4 came about because I was doing an N4 on his guitar. I was going to put it on there. And initially I thought, well, I'll carve it into it. But then I thought, wait up a second. What if I did it in carbon fiber? And my friend Stefan over at Red Stuff Amplification, he very, very kindly put this on his CNC machine, or put a sheet of carbon fiber on a CNC machine. And he cut these out for my guitar and also Raphael's guitar, and it's real carbon fiber. It's like a 1.5 millimeters, 2 millimeters, and it's great. It's such a gorgeous addition to the guitar. So this is obviously not Nuno's guitar, it's my guitar, which is why it looks like this. And I kitted it out with black hardware. Also had the black arrowhead crystal back here, and went with a black Floyd. This one I already had. This is actually a hot rod Floyd Rose. It has a huge brass block on it, and it came like that as standard. It's in this matte black finish, which is just gorgeous. Did the gold tooth thing with one of the saddles and stuff, and it's got stainless steel hardware on it, and it's just a really beautiful Floyd Rose bridge. The pickups, originally I put a bare knuckle pickup in the bridge, I believe, and it was, I think, a Holy Diver or something like that. It sounded fantastic, but it went microphonic for whatever reason. And I haven't gotten around to actually wax potting it again so that the microphonics can basically disappear into the ether. And then I had a different pickup in here as well by Tesla. And that was quite bass heavy, so I didn't want to keep that one in there. Then I actually had a Pariah Warface in here, which Sean very kindly sent me. It's a camouflage design on there. It sounded phenomenal in here. And this is the fourth pickup. Now this is a Bill Lawrence USA L500 XL. Now I know the purists are going to be shouting at the screen, Nuno doesn't use the XL, he uses the regular one. I know. My guitar. My guitar, my N4. When I do one for Nuno, I'll put an L500 regular one in there, alright? I'll put the vanilla flavored one in there. This one's a salt caramel flavored one because I like salt caramel, man. But anyways, it was a pickup which I wanted to put in, and I went with the Bill Lawrence USA because of the size. The actual Bill and Becky pickup is slightly smaller, and I would have needed a pickup ring, and on this guitar pickup ring would not work because of the carving and stuff on it. So this actually fits the cavity perfectly. It's the right size. In the neck position is a Seymour Duncan Screaming Demon, which actually matches up really well because of the resistances and the output levels and stuff. And it's quite a bright sounding pickup, so I like it as a neck pickup. And it was actually the guys at Seymour Duncan who actually recommended coupling a Screaming Demon for neck pickup with a slightly hotter bridge pickup. Now the volume knob is a push-pull, so I can coil split the pickups, and three-way. My three-way is actually opposite to Nuno's. Down position is the bridge, up position is the neck, because I usually use the bridge pickup. I don't use the neck pickup that much. What else can I tell you about it? It has Grover tuners on it, and this is actually a Grover era N4. I checked out the serial number and figured out it was actually a Grover era N4. Great fretwork. The neck is really nice. I'm in the process of shaving the neck down actually, because I wanted it to be a little bit thinner. I like a specific profile on my neck. Still needs a little bit taken off, so I'm going to be doing that. And last thing about it, it has Spirit Dance logo on there as well, because this was a spiritualized build. Yeah. All right, I think it's time for some music. I've been blah blah blah-ing about this guitar way too much, right? Oh, by the way, crystals in there. Have to have the crystals, just a couple of turquoise pieces. And on the back, my signature, and like I said, get the funk out, and carbon fiber plates for the control cavities. And I don't have a neck plate, I actually have these ferrules. Anyways, check out the build video, you'll see everything on there. It's such a gorgeous guitar. I love playing this, and you've probably seen it on numerous videos if you've been a subscriber for any amount of time here, because every opportunity I get to play it, I pick it off the wall and basically play it, especially for videos. So it's time for some music. First, I'm going to give you some clips from some extreme songs, which I did with the awesome Nembrini MP1 plugin. I actually have a real MP1 now. Yeah! MP1 rocks. And then a track which I did with the guitar. It's an original track which I did, and I don't have a name for it. You guys name it. Let me know what I should name the second track. Alright guys and girls, hope you enjoyed that. Hope I wasn't kind of blabbing too much and talking too much about the guitar and gushing over it, because I do love it. It's gorgeous, it's my precious. But anyways, there it is. This is my Washburn N4. I called it Tunkasila, which is grandfather in the Lakota language. And the reason I did that was because you'll find out when you watch the build video. Alright guys and girls, have a fantastic day. Let's listen to some music now. I'll see you really soon with another video. In the meantime, if you haven't done so already, please do hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification. It helps me to grow my channel, and it's so much appreciated, and it's free. Yeah, we love free. And also a huge shout out and thank you to my Patreon and YouTube member subscribers. So much appreciated. The support is just awesome. So thank you guys so much. Enjoy, and I'll see you soon. Bye.